2 years in Thailand, man. Came here in August 2024, and it is August 2026. A lot happened, but I break the years up into like a few phases. So when I first got here, it was just like whole new experience, sensory overload. And then 2025 was like the exploration year, to where I would just go to all these different things, places, and learn about the culture and the scenery and do these crazy activities. And then 2026 has been like my community year. So I've been getting out, meeting foreigners, meeting locals, and just making friends and like joining groups and stuff. So it hadn't been as much adventure, but I'll still do stuff like this. And I love it. I've been to Bangkok a few times. It's pretty overwhelming, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for like business and success there if you want to go that route. I've always liked the more chiller local spots. And there's a balance to that because you can really go like off grid in Thailand. Like obviously don't overstay your visa, but there's some places to where they're just like remote villages and you can just like live off the land and do that. Then there's like a step above that to where you're not in the crazy city of Bangkok, but you're in like a Chiang Mai, to where you've got the expat community, you've got like modern tech hubs, but you've also got, the rural parts and the quiet nature. I think that's the balancing place. I've only been in Chiang Mai and Bangkok, so I can't speak for the rest. The South, I grew up with beaches like in the States. I live near a coastline, so it wasn't a huge thing for me. I haven't really felt compelled to go to like Phuket or Pattaya. And yes, I'm kind of biased because, those are the headline cities where you always see some crazy stuff happening. And I'm sure there's some good places there, so maybe worth a visit for like some diving or whatever, but I just haven't felt called to those places. But it's a great country, man, and the biggest reason I came here is to have that big change. A lot of my life meaning at this point in life is self-actualization. Because I think you have to be right within to contribute good to the world and help others. So it kind of goes hand in hand, but yeah, just wanted that big change. So this place resonated, and 2 years later, it was the best choice, the highs and the lows, the adaptability, everything I've done and learned here. It's been so worth it. We got like 100 years, man, and a third of that is sleep. A third of that is, work. So ultimately you want to be doing what you enjoy in your waking hours. And then, a third of that is what you may have leisure time, what you do in those dead spaces. And now social media takes up like a third of that time. So, you may only have like 10 to 20 years of actual living in your life. So I say that because you should structure your life to really maximize your hours and your days. Not to say you can't have a nap or take leisure time. That's super important. But, I think too many people are on autopilot. Too many people are stuck doing stuff they don't like. And a lot of life is suffering and sacrifice. So you have to understand that. But, you should really like slowly optimize your life to where you can just wake up, do something you enjoy, or have time to do something you enjoy. Make that time. Because the time is finite, the attention is finite. Everything else in the material, that's here and gone, So that realization of the finiteness of life is good to keep in your back in your mind. Don't dwell on it, but you know, that's what can inspire some big changes and new steps in your life, a new direction. And then don't take life so serious, man. But quick thoughts, didn't regret the move. And for you, it may be Europe. It may be a different state in the States. You know, it may be a different country in Asia. And you may be happy where you are. And guess what? That's fine. There's nothing outside of you that you need that somebody else has, you know? That's another realization. It's like, go within, figure out what really drives you in life, figure out what your meaning is, and structure your life about that, and you'll be very happy. Anyways, much love.